So welcome everybody back to Forza Horizon 4, and yeah, today we're going to be doing the Winter Developer Championship. We've already done the Community Championship from Autumn, and before that the Summer Developer Championship. So yeah, let's see what this championship has in store for us. We're not winning a car that I don't already have or anything like that, unfortunately, but yeah, still should be fun because the previous two were. We at least had one or two circuits that were really rather fun to drive around, so yeah, we're going to be in trophy trucks for this one, so it should be a little bit fun, at least in terms of driving. Should also be a little bit of a challenge as well, which is the most important thing. So yeah, let's get started. So yeah, extreme off-road vehicles.
You ready to take on this winter championship? What am I saying? Of course you are.
So yeah, 3 races. And yeah, we get to go in these kind of things. So yeah, we've got like a Ranger T6 from Ford, we've got the Wrangler Unlimited from Jeep, X-Raid All-4 Racing Countryman from Mini, got the Quartz Regalia Type D, the RJ Anderson Polaris, and the Toyota T100 Baja truck. I think for now we're going to go with, well, since all of these are upgraded, because, you know, they've all been done for extreme off-road silly builds, we'll go for one of the more successful ones first. We'll go for the Mini. Because yeah, this is, I think, still in the top 10 at the moment of extreme off-road silly builds, which yeah, is despite the fact that I don't really like it all that much, but that obviously didn't hinder it in terms of getting a good time out of it. So yeah, plenty of ground clearance, all-wheel drive, a lot of power, it's far more than it had originally, and yeah, consequently a lot more speed, so hopefully it's not too uncontrollable. Obviously I've only really driven this on its own, not against any competition, certainly not in this form anyway. So it's 4 laps. Going along the frozen lake. Which is slightly melting, as you can see. Yeah, you can genuinely feel the lack of grip when you're on that ice. Whoa! Yep. Top tip, if you're going to enter water, make sure your entire car is submerged. And not just half of it, because otherwise then the drag will act on one side of the vehicle and twist you around. Not got the best handling in terms of, you know, turning ability. Does have a lot of understeer, unfortunately, but then again this is quite a tight twisty section. Open areas like this it's a lot better at. Let's see if we can beat that best time that we just had. I imagine we will, because obviously we're on a flying lap. Sliding all over the place. Didn't get that angle at all right there. Yeah, best to stay into the river rather than trying to skip along the shore. Because even with this amount of water, because we have all of the ground clearance and plenty of power, we can still do a fairly decent rate of speed if we can keep in a straight line. Use the handbrake to get us around these corners a lot better than last time. performing relatively well, this car. Seemingly more so than the competition. But we did hit a bump there that I did not see, which sent us flying. But yeah, the competition does seem to be struggling to keep up for whatever reason. Never really thought of this car as a great vehicle to drive, but obviously it was capable on extreme off-road silly builds, and it's proven its worth here as well. But yeah, it's far from a favourite in this kind of category. Why they're struggling so badly. It is on pro difficulty. It's the second highest. Then again, we have seen the AI struggle with custom made circuits before. Just look at the Fortune Island Rally Hill Climb video I did not long ago. The AI crashed at one point spectacularly, giving me the first place position and holding up the rest of the grid. So yeah, they seem best suited to ones that were made from the start in the game, rather than these ones that have been custom made by developer or community. Because yeah, this car is not the quickest in terms of top speed or anything like that, so they could easily catch up in terms of that. And yeah, it's got plenty of understeer issues as well, and I've hardly been perfect as well, so yeah, it doesn't quite make any sense for why they're so far behind. Well, a pretty convincing lead there, and a convincing win at that. So, yeah, not quite sure why we were so far ahead there, because, yeah, the difficulty is on Pro, which, like I said, is the second highest difficulty, and as you can see, even though I do have the highest PI there, it's not by a massive margin. The Ford Ranger in 11th place is only 3 PI behind me, and he was all in there all the way back there, and even the Jeep Trailcats are only 16 PI behind, so yeah, really doesn't make much sense there. But yeah, we're still going to nonetheless get a nice healthy 20 points, which will give us a good start. So let's get on to the second race in this championship. Right, so it seems I didn't notice, but only 2 races are apparently in this developer championship. But nonetheless, we're going to go with the Toyota Baja truck. Pretty crazy in terms of its suspension, because obviously it was meant for going along like soft sand, so it's got extremely soft suspension, which does make it hilarious at times. But yeah, should be fun to drive, certainly more so than the Mini. But yeah, don't know why there's only 2 for this. There were 3 for the last one, I seem to remember. So yeah, but I can only see 2. So yeah, unfortunately that's just the way it's going to be. But hopefully this is a fun race to finish this episode with. See what this Toyota can do. A lot less controlled this car is compared to the Mini. principally because it's got less weight. It is also a lot older as well, which, yeah, it doesn't play into your hand when you're in a race like this, I guess, but it's all about getting the hang of it and using it to its full advantage. We've still got plenty of laps to go. Whoa! I did not mean to do that. Because I didn't even expect it to happen, really. Whoa, bouncy, bouncy, whoa, rolly, rolly. Oh. Well, someone else rolled and I rolled as well. Guess it's just that kind of circuit. Did say this does have really rather crazy soft suspension, so I guess that kind of helped. We're all over the place, I did not realise. Yeah, that's a bit of a complicated part of the circuit, really. Or maybe I'm just overthinking it. Oh, too wide, too wide. It seems a lot less defined in its course than the previous one. It's a lot more action-packed though. Only had 2 rollovers in the first lap, so kind of proves the point. No rollover that time. Got a little bit more lucky with the landing. It seems to suffer from some understeer even a little bit like the Mini did. But then again, I can give this car a little bit of a pass on that because it was never all-wheel drive to start with, unlike the Mini. Just can't seem to get those lines right into the checkpoints to take advantage of a straight or, you know, a good corner. Still just about leading though. Oh, well, it's not a rollover, but it was a spin out. Just as unfortunate though, to be honest, because yeah, it does slow us down. Another near roll over there. I cannot for the life of me figure out why I cannot get that line right. I think it's because of the way the road dips and curves to the left that makes me think that that's the way to go, but obviously we're not directly following the road, so we need to ignore that. Did not mean to block you there, but I was sliding all over the place. well, not as much of a convincing win that time round because we were a lot less dominant than we were in the Mini, but still got first place nonetheless, which is always useful. So let's just see the vehicle that we've got, and it's one I've already got, but we'll just see what the vehicle is that we have just won. So this is the vehicle you win after doing the championship, but as you can see I've already got it twice as I have, so yeah, it's nothing that I especially needed, but I wanted to do those races because yeah, the previous developer championship and the community ones have been really fun. That one a little bit less so, purely because it was too short. There was only 2 races, usually there's at least 3, and yeah, I feel like it could have been a little bit longer, and yeah, I would have liked a car that I haven't had before, but yeah, if you've never had this car before, then it is worth doing the championship because it is a pretty solid extreme off-road car, and yeah, a lot of power, a lot of torque, fair decent amount of weight, but certainly not as much as some cars in this class in stock form, and yeah, it is generally a good car to drive. But yeah, I would have preferred a much rarer car, or at least one that we haven't had in the Forza series or in this game before. So yeah, bit of a weak prize. Unfortunately, a little bit short, so it's not the best that we've had. But hopefully things pick up for the Spring Community Championship. I think that's what we've got next. Let's just have a look. So yeah, doing that actually gave me the bonus for the winter season as well, which is that 911. Again, already got it, so yeah, don't really need it. But yeah, in the spring we have got yeah, the Spring Community Championship, which again gives me a car I've already got, but again it is a nice car to drive if you haven't got it already. But more importantly, we get to try the Porsche 718 GTS, which I am hugely looking forward to. So yeah, nonetheless, thanks for watching, and yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.